Imagine a time hundreds of years after the events of Genesis. The descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who were once promised a great nation, are now slaves in Egypt. Generations have passed, and the Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, no longer remembers God's promise. He sees the Israelites as a threat and forces them to work long hours building his cities. Enter Moses, born an Israelite but raised in Pharaoh's palace. Moses felt a call from God to deliver his people. God appeared to him in a burning bush, not burning up, and entrusted him with a daunting mission to confront the powerful Pharaoh and demand freedom for the Israelites. Moses, hesitant but obedient, returned to Egypt. He, along with his brother Aaron, pleaded with Pharaoh to let my people go. But Pharaoh refused, leading to a series of plagues that devastated Egypt. Each time Pharaoh hardened his heart, a new plague struck, showcasing God's power over nature. Finally, after the worst plague, the death of all firstborn sons, Pharaoh relented. The Israelites were allowed to leave Egypt in a mass exodus, a hurried departure. However, Pharaoh changed his mind and pursued them with his army. Here, at the Red Sea, God performed a miraculous act. He parted the waters, creating a dry path for the Israelites to escape, then drowned the pursuing Egyptians. Freed from slavery, the Israelites wandered through the desert for 40 years. During this time, God provided for them miraculously, sending manna, a special food from heaven, and water from a rock. On Mount Sinai, God established a covenant, a special agreement with the Israelites. Here, He gave them the 10 Commandments, the foundation for living a righteous life. He also gave them instructions for building the tabernacle, a portable temple where they could worship Him. The book of Exodus ends with the Israelites on the verge of entering the Promised Land, the land God had promised to Abraham and his descendants. It's a story of liberation, of God's power and faithfulness, and of the special relationship He established with the Israelites.